Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Miracle Sims. You're listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. It is June the 6th, 2020, and today I want to talk to you all about accountability. Yes, accountability, friends. In science, a cause and effect relationship is a relationship in which one event, the cause, makes another event happen, the effect. One cause can have several effects. Now, as we may or may not know, in the Bible there are several verses that kind of relate to this idea, and a lot of them can be found under the description of sowing and reaping. In my little humble opinion, I feel like that's kind of the same as cause and effect. And I believe that there's evidence and proof of this all around us. I mean, we've been talking about everything that's going on right now, all the current events, and how, these are all pretty much an effect of, a cause or the seeds that were sown, years ago. If we're just referring to the racism, but, even outside of that, I mean, any of this other stuff that's going on as well is a cause and effect that's causing this stuff to go on, and everything like that. But, let's just focus. In Proverbs 22:8, it says, "Whosoever sow injustice will reap calamity, and the rod of his fury will fall." Now, friends, I don't know what is that not a clear example of what we are seeing in the world today? Calamity and possibly the rod of his fury falling on us, right? I guess one of the questions I had to ask myself this morning is, what does cause and effect or reaping and sowing have to do with accountability? Well, what I hope is that the more we understand this whole concept of cause and effect and reaping and sowing, hopefully we'll strive more to change in regards to holding ourselves accountable and everything like that, because when we start with ourselves as individuals, that trickles down to our families and then ultimately our community and nation. So I'm just going to have a few little verses and little pointers so we can kind of like work on some of this, because, let's just look at the bigger picture, everybody, cause and effect, reaping and sowing. Let's start with the self-reflection. All right. Matthew 7, 3-5. I'm not going to read the whole thing, so you guys going to have to go ahead and read it all at your own time. But I'll start with the first verse, which says, "Why do you see the speck that is in your brother's eye, but do not notice the log that is in your own eye?" Friends, let's just let that marinate. I mean, that's not even the whole, check out the whole Matthew 7, 3-5. But let's just let that first verse marinate. Why is it? It's so easy to point out the flaws in others, isn't it? I mean, across the board, it's so easy to just go and say, "Oh, you did this and you doing that and you need to do this." But isn't it a little bit harder to point to yourself and say, "I did this. I'm doing this wrong. I need to change this." It's so hard to do that. For whatever reason, no excuses. Let's just hold ourselves accountable. Look at your life and think about, what am I doing? I have to do it. I mean, everybody has to do it at some point. If you want to see some type of growth in your life, some type of change in your life, that is something we got to do. We can't just sit here and keep looking at what others are doing. We got to look at ourselves. Look at you in the mirror and say, and ask yourself this. Seriously, why do I see the speck in my brother's eye, but I can't. It's like, basically it just boils down to this, and this is what the honest truth is. Basically, you just don't want to change. You don't want to hold yourself accountable. So, it's easier to just look at somebody else and say what they need to do. But if you want to truly see change, and if you want to truly see some differences happen in your life, in your family's life, in your community, and in your nation, then friends, this may be the Pope, but it gotta start with you. It gotta start with me. I gotta look myself in the mirror and say, Miracle, this or that needs to change. And guess what? With Christ, I have the ability to do it. That's just it on that. And I tell you what, friends, the more that we look at ourselves and start to hold ourselves accountable, we're gonna see that change. But say you don't. Let's just say you don't, right? You want to just, go out there and continue to just live how you want to live, do whatever you want to do, say whatever you want to say. Well, friends, I tell you right here, Matthew 12:36 says, I tell you, on the day of judgment, people will have to give, I'm just going to read the words. People will give account for every careless word they speak. So, let that marinate, friends. You might be all willy-nilly now pointing out the flaws in your friends and your brothers and your neighbors and everybody else. Saying whatever you want to say right now. I'm angry. I want to say whatever I want to say. I want to do whatever I want to do, right? Well, you have to give account for that. Every careless word, the Bible says. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe you're ready to stand on that. If you want to stand on that, you ready to stand on that and you okay with that? Hey, by all means. But I mean, just letting you know in case you didn't know. Now, friends, again, starting with yourself will eventually trickle down to your family. As far as this is my little humble opinion. But so if we look at our families, let's keep it real, friends. Let's be honest. The family has been broken for a long time. Sorry. But I mean, it's true. So, let's look at it. Husbands and wives, parents and children. Let's look at it. The family. Let's look at it. Now, there are many resources and scriptures out there, friends. Just take the time. However, here's just a little bit. Hopefully a little something that'll help you. Okay? Sorry. But anyway. So check out madaboutmarriage.com. There's a article on there called What is the Husband's and Wife's Role in a Biblical Marriage? I'm not going to really tell you anything that's on the website. If you want to learn a little bit more about being a husband or wife, check that out. I mean, clearly there's a lot in the Bible about it as well, but sometimes we need things broken down a little bit. So check out the website, Husband and Wives, so we can know our roles. Parenting. Now, friends, like I told y'all, I took this very seriously, this whole parenting thing. Now, I mean, again, I'm just getting started, and so I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm just, I know everything. But, again, I'm just gonna say that it's a very serious thing we need to be doing. So, if you're gonna be out here having sex, and if you're going to have children, and now that you're a parent, it's your responsibility to teach your children right from wrong, teach them the Word of God, teach them what they're supposed to be doing, because children are going to do what they're taught or what they learn. And guess what? They learn everything. Our son goes around here and he do what we do and say what we say. And he's one. And how did he do? by looking. He's learning. He is learning every day. Okay. So it's our responsibility as parents to teach our children. Proverbs 22:6 says, train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it. Friends, I'm going to just give you a little snippet. I got 10 minutes. I ain't even know it's going to be all like this morning. All I know, I was out taking notes, and then here we are. But anyway, let me tell you a little bit about my story, or my mother's story. Long story short, my mother was married to my father, and I want to say they was married at least a year. They conceived me, and a few months into my mother's pregnancy, my father passed. Now, so no, I never met my father in person, and everything like that. So here my mom finds herself a single, pregnant woman, and she had me, and here I am. And she trained me in the way I should go. Now, again, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm perfect and I did everything right. But I will say, again, that a lot of the decisions and things I made was based on what I was taught from my mother in regards to the things of God in the Bible and everything like that. So even if I was doing wrong, I couldn't stay there because it was instilled in me, right from wrong. So, and now here I am talking to you. So all I'm saying is, I'm an example. Train a child in the way they should go, and it won't depart from them. You know, at the end of the day, like, yes, okay, people are going to make their own decisions. You know, we're not going to be, you know, at some point, the child is going to become a man, for example, if, you know, it's a boy, you know, the child is going to become an adult, okay? And then the adult is going to then have to make their own decisions, X, Y, and Z. But while the child is under our roof, it is our responsibility. And then, to be honest, technically, parents are still parenting even when we're not in the house. Because we still calling our moms, we still calling our dads. Those of us that, you know, have them. And same for my, like, you know, she ended up getting married again, and technically he's my stepfather, but he's the only father I know, so I call him dad. And he was there from when I was 5 and up. And so I had a father in the home. And same thing. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, these people are making light of this, but it's so important. And it's like you can see when people, like some people, cause some people, you know, maybe they're raised with single parents and stuff like that, and they still, you know, go through life and succeed and, you know, everything like that. But then, you know, some people have that excuse of, oh, I didn't have my mom, or I didn't have my dad, or X, Y, and Z, right? But at some point, you know, you just gotta learn. But anyway, but those that are parents, your responsibility to teach your children right from wrong. And be honest. That's my other thing. I was just say be honest with them about it. But anyway, I mean, you know, of course, you know, hey, that's in your own time. You know, whatever you want to reveal to your kids at the right time and X, Y, and Z, that's to your discretion and everything like that. But I just would say be honest. You know, and everything. But anyway, children, this one for you. Ephesians 6:1-2 says, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Now 2 also says, honor thy father and mother, which is the first commandment with promise. We were talking about that the other day. So again, like even me in my adult life, there are things my mother asks of me, and sometimes I'll be like, well, mama, you know, I really don't want to have to explain that this or that may not be exactly what she's saying or whatever at the end of the day. But I respect her, and I give honor to her. And so then there's some things I just gotta humble myself on and be like, all right, well, I'll just go ahead and do what mama done asked me to do. And that's it. It's respect. It's honor. It's what we were talking about the other day when we were talking about our elders and everything like that. But start with your parents. Start with the parents. Okay? That's what you're supposed to be doing, children. Lord help me. Friends, all of this is important, because another thing that we need to be teaching our children, or hopefully, that would help us all, is a respect for authority. Now, I know this is going to be some poke for y'all. Y'all don't want to hear that, right? However, Romans 13:1 says, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained by God. I know that makes y'all feel some kind of way. Oh, Lord. But let's just start with our little communities before I even get to the big dog, right? Let's start with the communities. We got, the police. We got the mayors. We got the congressmen. We got the president. All of these people have been ordained by God, friends. And hey, you might not want to hear it. I understand. I'm just talking about the Bible, y'all. I ain't even gonna say nothing else about it. That's what the words say right there. So I ain't got nothing else to even say about it. But yeah, we all want to see these changes in our community. And there are a lot of verses with clear instructions of how to live in a community. However, as I was researching, it seems as if this is geared towards believers. So, and I understand that we're not all believers. Yeah, I mean, you may be wondering, like, well, how are we supposed to live with everybody and different people that believe different things and, X, Y, and Z. Well, 2 Chronicles 7:14 says, if my people who are called by my name humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land. How many of y'all doing that? Y'all praying? Have you humbled yourself and prayed? Have you seek God's face in any of this? Have we turned from our own wicked ways? Again, I'm not going to say nothing else about it. Oh, that's what the words say. Try it. Try to see. I don't know. But I tell you what, friends, I know what, when we look all around us, all of this is crazy, right? We know it's a lot going on. It's crazy. You may feel like all is lost, all hope is lost. X, Y, and Z. There's nothing to even, honestly. And then okay, all right, Lord, I'll be honest. Even as I've been doing these juices and stuff, and just realizing that we can all try our best to do the will of God and to get out here and spread the gospel and do our great commission and everything like that. But at the end of the day, still everyone's not going to believe. And so on one hand, you look at it like, well, darn. What's the point? I mean, the Bible already say that things aren't going to get better. Everybody's not going to believe, and everything. So it's like, I mean, it's almost like, what's the point of even sharing and everything like that? But I tell you what, still do what you're supposed to do. As I was saying the other day, and as the Bible say, don't even take it because I said it. As the Bible say, do what we're supposed to do, right? Because at the end of the day, there's going to be a beautiful end. Check out Revelations. Revelation 7:9 says, after this I looked, and behold, a great multitude that no one could number, from every nation, from all tribes and peoples and languages, standing before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed in white robes with palm branches in their hands. You guys can read the rest at your leisure. But friends, that sounds like a beautiful end to me. Now, I don't know about you, Maybe you want to stay separate. I don't know, but to me that sounds beautiful. You know, every nation, all tribes, all languages. That sounds nice. So, I mean, hey, there's going to be believers from all these things. And so, you know, hey, we do what we're supposed to do to get them. And I hope that includes you, whoever's listening to the sound of my voice. Because, friends, at the end of the day, here's something to think about. The change that we all seek, at the end of the day, this is just my little humble opinion. It starts with you. Starts with one, you. I mean, you never really know the influence that you'll have on others, okay? At the end of the day, like I said, I'm doing this, I don't even know who I'm talking to. But yeah, you'll never know the influence you'll have on others, and the thing is, when you change, if you could change your mind, then you can change the world. Oh, let that marinate, son. Son, who am I talking to? But yeah, let that marinate. We see it like, and if you're skeptical, we see this all around us. There's a lot of movements and a lot of things that happen with one person. Because one person changed their mind about something. Things have happened. So I'm just saying. But I tell you what, for anybody that you know, I want to still stay in my way. I want to still do what I want to do. I want to still, it don't matter what nobody else say. I don't want to believe it. I want to do it. I want to do what I want to do for you. James 4:17 says, therefore to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it's sin. So, a Bible verse of the day. Psalms 23:4 says, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. I tell you what, I feel a lot better than I did yesterday. But yeah, thank you for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I hope you guys go forth to have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much again, and I look forward to talking to y'all on Monday, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye.